It's recorded, so here we go. I'm just recording on Zoom now. Chris,
No.
how are you?
Oh, I'm great. To be fair, been a it's been a pretty surreal sort of last 2-3 days. But oh man, I'm still sort. I don't think it's properly sunk in still.
Yeah,
It's so surreal. I'm obviously like over the moon, like delighted and shocked, and like all these waves of emotion that I've been feeling. But like I'm just like immensely proud and honoured to be a part of this tour.
yeah. It's so when I interview lots of players, there's sort of a pattern. I kind of divide them into two groups. The guys that never have played club rugby, and I don't mean that disparagingly. A lot of lads come from school into academies, and they're into the Bath first team or whatever it is. You've done this the hard way. It's taken you an awful long time. So have
Mm.
you thought about what you were doing? Say, I don't know, what was it, 2014? You're at Rotherham Titans, and here you are now.
Yeah, that's you probably know the timeline better than me because I wouldn't be able to put the years together. But yeah, like it would have been 2014 to 2013 out of uni, potted about in Newcastle in the academy trying to get a run out for the A team and stuff like that. And then yeah, it was just like a slow build, like just a gradual build up. Enjoyed my time down at Rotherham and got my debut in Europe for Newcastle. Debut in the Prem the same season. And then that following year, I was sort of in and out a bit more. And then it was the year after that where I was a bit more of a regular Premiership starter. And then it was even then though, it was just like this like steady sort of build up until I got my Scotland debut, which is obviously a big moment for me. And then even then it was like sort of international. This like gradual build up to sort of build some caps up. But yeah, like I've enjoyed my journey. It's been pretty special, and quite a few people have sort of said like, well, what a journey. And it wasn't until then that I've had time, until someone sort of said it to me, that I've had time to properly reflect on it. And yeah, it's been a pretty crazy journey.
Yeah, you've got a weird career in the sense that like you haven't really. It doesn't seem to be that you've had any backward steps. It just kind of is on progressing and progressing and progressing, and it doesn't even matter. So I think of my favorite game that you played in, and it won't be your favorite game, not by a long way because you lost. But you actually played on the wing against Japan, and you race. And I thought, well, he's come in as a centre, and now he's gone onto the wing, and he's still progressing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's been a constant progress. I've definitely sort of had within my sort of little within myself, I've had this like moments where I've like blipped, and then it's taken me a little bit to get back up. But like on the whole, it looks like a gradual. It was obviously like there's like little drops, like you have like a poor performance for Scotland, or and then just get dropped, and I don't play again till the summer, and then I struggle to get another run out, and it's just there was a bit of a rocky patch, but I definitely sort of became a better player off the back of it. Definitely, like even like just like even leaving Newcastle and coming to Gloucester. That was probably one of the better decisions that I've made in my career. I
Yeah.
don't regret. But as much as I love Newcastle, I love the boys there. I love the club and appreciate everything they've done. But moving just refreshed everything for me. And there's obviously new coaches and new players down here that really did help me progress from a rugby perspective.
So when you meet up with the Lions as a Lion, do you have a plan, or how do you intend to impress people once you're there?
I don't know. I don't have a plan. I think I'm just gonna. I don't know, to be honest.
I mean, it is one thing getting there. I guess that's the strange thing about rugby. Like every time you make it, there's another step which you need to take. It's one thing becoming a Lion, and then you've got to get in a team, and then you've got to get in the test team, and all the rest of it.
Yeah, I think like it's obviously going to be a massive thing. But in terms of when I'm there, like I'm not going to change like as a person or anything. I'm gonna be myself as a person, and people like me for who I am, or they don't, whatever. And from a training perspective, I've always sort of hung my hat on like my work rate and my work ethic and stuff like that. So when it comes to training, I'll train hard. When it's time to chill, I'm happy to chill. And if there's any sort of social stuff, we'll have a good laugh. But like I don't want to. When in the past, when I've built something up and I've played the occasion as opposed to the game, it's not gone well for me.
How do you mean?
So, for example, my first start for Scotland in Six Nations, Wales away.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. I was like, oh my God, I'm starting in the Six Nations. It's Wales away. There's all this stuff about, oh, Chris Harris is there starting media. I was just like a bit in awe of that and the fans and everything like that. And I've just forgot what was important. And that was just focusing on myself and the game. Like the training stuff in the week, all that sort of stuff. I was just this like bucket of nerves.
That's a good point, actually, because you obviously went from Newcastle to Scotland, Wales away. What was that, packed house, 70,000 people,
full house, and it was a hell of an atmosphere. Like so loud. But like that's what I learned most about that game was just like sort of embrace that, and you embrace it in a good way. But then when it comes to warm up, when it comes to the game, you just focus on each individual moment that you're involved in, and that's just the way that I look at things. So like any sort of step up, whether that's like, for example, the France game away, which is an important game for us. Like, play the game, be yourself. Don't worry about the outcome. You worry about doing your job and doing all your basics, and like that'll all take care of itself.
Do you mind if I ask, did you feed that experience back to your coaches after the game? Did you tell them like how you felt, or did anyone say, why not? Because I imagine there's so much experience there, and you wouldn't be the first guy to feel like that.
To be honest, it was a while ago. So it was 2-3 years ago. So I don't remember saying how I felt. I probably should have spoke to someone before the game about how I was feeling.
Yeah.
In the build up, but like it was honestly, like I wouldn't change it. Like it was a learning curve.
Yeah.
Like and I've learned from that, and I think I've become a better player and a better person, and just like more. It's a lot of it's like a confidence thing as well. Like plays a part, and that mental side of things plays a massive part. So, but like I don't regret that game because it's changed the way that I sort of look at games and look at like big games, which I try to channel in. Doesn't matter. Like it's obviously a big occasion and love it and embrace that.
Yeah.
But just like when it comes to it, just focus on yourself. Don't worry about the stuff that you can't control. Just in the moment.
What is the thing about the Lions which you're most looking forward to outside of the playing?
Just the tour, I think. Everyone I don't know. Like I don't know many boys that have been on it personally. I know Bill 12 very well, and I know.
Did Bill 12 go on a Lions tour?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he went in late. I think. So I think
yes, you're right.
South Africa. So I need to have a conversation with him about it. Obviously, Hoggy's been on a two now. Is he? This is third one?
He might have been on 3 actually.
Yeah. I think he's a lot of experience, and Finn's been on 1, and a couple of Scotland boys have been there.
Yeah.
So but I've never had like a conversation about it. But you just sort of hear the chat about how good these tours are and how good the off-field stuff is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to experiencing that and embracing that at the right times. So it's not a holiday, but like I'm looking forward to all that stuff as well.
Yeah, and you should also embrace the fact that your after-dinner speaking fee has gone up by a couple of grand though.
Say again?
You should also embrace the fact that your after-dinner speaking fee has gone up by a couple of grand now as well.
I'm not sure I'm an after-dinner speaker. Maybe I can work on that.
Now, I spoke to a few lads on the Thursday, and I've asked them, did you know you were going to get selected, all the rest of it, and so it's pretty obvious that they had a very tight ship leading up to selection and the announcement. What has happened in the last few days? Have you received any kit? Have you got your itinerary through? What are you preparing to do next?
So we've been sent an itinerary of the sort of the next movement, and that is, I think there's a meeting in 3 weeks in London where we'll go. I don't know what it is. I presume it's just like an admin day. Maybe it's a bit of dinner and just a bit of crack and just meeting the boys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's just for the one evening, and we'll get opportunity. We might even get photos and measured up for stuff and the rest of it. And then the next time we meet is the 13th of June, where we head out to Jersey for a couple of weeks for a camp. So
now the other two lads that I've spoken to about becoming Lions, one is Welsh, one is English. You've got the advantage of working with Gregor Townsend. What does Gregor expect from you? If he was to pick you for the Lions, how do you think he would use you?
It's a very good question. I think he'd expect his minimum that he asks for is your work rate and your work ethic, which is what I hang my hat on, as I've said. Just commitment, which I'll obviously try and do, which I think I do. But I don't think you'll expect anything. I suppose you would expect a little bit. It's the Lions, isn't it? You want a bit more, don't you? So you've got to expect a little bit more and that little bit extra, which I'm willing to do. But Greg is a great coach, and he gets on with the players well, and I think that works well. That he's got a bit of a sort of an approachable relationship, if you like, and I think that goes wonders. Same with Steve Tandy as well. He's they're both very easy to get on with and talk to about stuff. So.
Now, last couple from me now, and I'll let you get on with your day.
Thank you.
Have you had time to watch that video that Gloucester put out?
Yeah, I've watched it a few times.
It's awesome. I think the best part about that is how much it means to your teammates that you actually made it.
Yeah, they erupted, didn't they? That was a real special moment. I think the fact that you don't actually find out until that time is already pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then to have all of those boys in the room at the same time made it that little bit more special. So they just erupted, it was it was great. I barely even heard my name. It was oh my, and then everyone just piled on top. I think Ollie Atkins was the one that broke down the COVID screen on the table.
He'll get fined for that, probably locked up.
Yeah. So that was pretty awesome, and then obviously had quite a lot of messages and a couple of missed calls from my girlfriend, and I gave her a buzz, and she was very emotional at the same time. We were just both what on earth just happened? Yeah. But yeah, it was just so I was just in shock. It was amazing.
And how have the family been about it?
Yeah, they're all real happy, real proud. So they're as delighted as I am, I think. So yeah, they're looking forward to seeing how I get on when we do get there. But it's just going to be a pretty incredible summer.
Such a remarkable achievement. Congratulations, mate. Absolutely made it for you. And go well in South Africa.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Cheers.